Greetings, Minnesota and Internet Universe. My name is Max Wexler. I am the Operations Manager at Urban Ore, the ReUSE Retail and Recycling Eco Park, mission-driven for-profit since 1980 in Berkeley, California. Welcome to my office. On June 2nd, the Berkeley City Council adopted a resolution authorizing the city manager to extend its contract with Urban Ore for another 3 years. Importantly, the new contract reinstates Urban Ore's salvaged service fee, meaning that the company will be compensated for every ton that it rescues from the transfer station and then sells for reuse and recycling. The resolution was written by Berkeley's Department of Public Works and was passed on the consent calendar. It states that, quote, the new contract will allow the city to continue reduction of landfilling reusable materials and support the city's zero waste goal to reduce materials to be landfilled. In 2019, Urban Ore salvaged 824 tons from the Berkeley transfer station. So some history is that Urban Ore has salvaged in Berkeley since 1980. In the year 2000, the city, which owns and operates the transfer station, began paying Urban Ore for its salvage service for two main reasons. First, the enforcement of AB 939 took effect, a state recycling bill that incentivized local jurisdictions to meet California's diversion targets. Second, Urban Ore was being forced to move to its current location after getting evicted from its former site. So the invention was elegant indeed. It recognized that reuse and recycling are not free. Just like any disposal service, there's significant costs of labor and capital, particular labor in our case. And if the city pays X dollars to send 1 ton of material to the landfill, then doesn't it make sense for the city to pay at least X dollars to keep the same stuff out of the landfill? So now, many years later, the salvage service fee has been reinstated, and for the first time ever, and this is important, Urban Ore is getting the exact same amount, which is $47.74, as Waste Management is receiving from the city to dispose of it at the landfill. So this is good news not for only Urban Ore, but conceptually it's a game changer because it recognizes that zero waste services deserve at least the same amount of compensation as do waste services, because zero waste services create a variety of economic, environmental, and social benefits that wasting does not. And actually, one can quite reasonably make the argument that zero waste services should be paid more than the alternative, with the cost of externalities and all that, but this is a good start. So first, economically, the city's landfill tipping fees decrease proportionally to our salvage service payments. In other words, what the city pays us, they would be paying to Waste Management otherwise, so it's a direct wash to the city. However, Urban Ore's goods and services create interesting economic multiplier effects that landfilling does not. For example, we provide inexpensive quality goods to our customers, thus saving the local community money and increasing the profit margins for other small businesses. For example, contractors buy lumber and vintage door hardware from us at the lowest prices available. A shameless plug, but true. We also pay out about $100,000 to customers annually in both cash and stored credit in exchange for dropping off high-quality items for us to resell. This process recirculates money and goods through the local economy, and little is exported. So, furthermore, as a for-profit business, in 2018 we paid $240,000 in sales tax, $116,000 in property tax, and $456,000 in employer taxes. In a normal non-virus situation, we employ 42 staff, which translates to 31 FTE. Environmentally, it's a big win that helps the city reach its zero waste goals. In addition to the resources that we salvage at the transfer station, we deal with thousands more tons of materials that are dropped off on our site annually. We also have a crew doing pickups from residences and businesses throughout the Bay Area. Our salvage staff are trained to identify hazardous materials at the transfer station and communicate with city staff to ensure responsible handling. That's in our contract. Last but not least, there are intangible but very real social and community benefits at Urban Ore. We serve as the stage for a vibrant community of artists, teachers, builders, collectors, environmentalists, hipsters, do-it-yourselfers, you name it. Our customers are from every socioeconomic background and are as diverse as you will find. It's a beautiful thing. In summary, the question for City Council was, with two equal cost options, how do we want to allocate the city's funds? Do we want to allocate it to urban ore, which generates all of the aforementioned benefits, or do we want to allocate it to the largest owner of landfills in the world, which involves a handful of people and some heavy equipment burying the same stuff in a landfill at the headwaters of an upland creek that drains into the San Francisco Bay? The answer that City Council decided was yes, this makes sense, and we want to continue our unique public-private relationship with urban ore for at least another 3 years, and we are thrilled to share this news with the world. We want this model to spread everywhere there's a transfer station so that we can continue to achieve our mission, which is to end the age of waste. So that's my shtick. Thank you for your time. Thank you to ReUSE Minnesota, and thank you to all the zero waste partners out there on this journey. We are all indeed in this together.